In this video, we are going to see how to connect our backend to the front end. So we have inside our backend, we have GraphQL, how to connect the GraphQL to the React application. So inside we have something like GraphQL Apollo. So we have this Apollo client over here. Now what Apollo does, it connects the GraphQL to the UI. So we have, for our case, we have the GraphQL and we have the GraphQL server and the React application. So this client will interact with the backend, the GraphQL, and with the front end with React. So it will act as a communication between the GraphQL and the React. So we have this inside containers, movies. So we have movies over here. So inside the movie, this is the UI. Inside the MongoDB, this is all the data we have over here, all the stored movies, and all of these things are going to get connected together with this Apollo client. So let us get started with the React.js integration. So now we have features and all the things. Get started. Follow the quick tutorial. Okay, I'm going to switch to quick tutorial. Okay, installation, this npm install and then copy and then paste it inside terminal. Now remember to change the directory. So I'm going to do it all inside the front end. So remember to change the directory to the front end. So we have inside a front end, we have npm install Apollo Boost. Okay, and we have a lot more Apollo Boost. It contains everything you need to set up. Okay, Apollo client, this will set up Apollo client. Apollo React hooks for using hooks in case you're using hooks with Apollo, and then the GraphQL so that we can use the GraphQL queries. Okay, so now we have create a client. Okay, how to make a client? Apollo client, you have to make an Apollo client, like import Apollo client from Apollo Boost, copy and paste. So it is installing. Let us go back. Cons client is a new Apollo client, and the URI, we have to use this URI. We don't have to use this URI. We have to use this URI over here, localhost 4000/GraphQL. So it will use all the GraphQL data over here. So now it's done installing, and inside our app.js or inside, so let me see where to paste it. So inside index.js, okay, inside the root directory, inside the root file. So you can paste it inside app.js too. It can be pasted here, but it is preferred that you paste it inside the root component. So app.js is not the root component because it is exported inside the index.js over here. Okay, so use Apollo client in the root component over here. This app is also imported. So index.js is the root component. Import. Okay, use it here. Import Apollo client. Okay, we have the client. I don't need this HTTP. I want to use the GraphQL one. So we have localhost, which is okay. We have localhost 4000/GraphQL. This will use all the GraphQL queries. Okay, so now we are done with the client. So now we have to set the provider. Okay, so now we have client, and below client we have GQL. We will see it later. What is GQL? Okay, it is try calling client.query, something I don't need. We have connect your client to React. Okay, so now we have Apollo provider. Now with Apollo provider we will be able to use the Apollo client. So whatever Apollo client will provide. So it is similar to context provider, just like you have context provider and context consumer in the React.js. So it is similar to this. Apollo will provide the content and it will use the content as a provider. So we have import Apollo provider. So let us import Apollo provider. So now this will provide all the Apollo functionalities to our application. So now how to use it, let us see. We have Apollo provider, client is equal to this. So we have to wrap all the things inside the Apollo provider. React strict mode, okay, wrap it inside Apollo provider. So we have wrapped the app component inside the provider, copy paste. copy, move, and then here, come on here. Okay, so now we have wrapped the Apollo app inside the Apollo provider. So it will use all the Apollo provider settings for the application. So now we have to provide this client so that Apollo can use HTTP GraphQL. So we have client, so we have client and we will use this client over here. So it will use GraphQL. Okay, client is equal to client. Okay, so now let us see what was above client. This is client. Okay, we are done with this and we are done with connecting. Okay, request data. Okay, let us see how to request data. Okay, we don't need requesting data now, we are just connecting to the Apollo. So now we are done with Apollo provider. We have provided the client over here which will use the GraphQL. Okay, so we are done with the index.js. Okay, we have set up the index.js. Inside a movies component we are going to use the Apollo provider because this is going to render for the first time. So let us see if the Apollo provider provides us with something or not. So console.log this dot props. As soon as this component is rendered, we are going to see the props the Apollo provider has provided to it. Okay, so now let us see if it got some props from the Apollo provider. npm start this dot props. Okay, this works fine. It will use the client. Okay, hopefully it works. Okay, inside too much loading, starting the development server. Okay, so now we have rendered the component, movies component. Inside the console we should see an object. Now this is a cookie error, resources at okay dot. So this is a quick error, you can ignore it. Inside the console we have the object and we have inside the object a bunch of key value pairs and this all is null. This all is coming from this console.log this dot props. Okay, so Apollo client is providing us something and this is to the app we are rendering it. So now we are going to request some data from our UI or from our movies component to the GraphQL. So let us see, this works with GQL, import GQL from Apollo Boost. Okay, copy this guy over here, import GQL. Now inside movies we have, paste it over here, import GQL from where it was, Apollo, no, not from here, it was from Apollo Boost. Okay, it was from Apollo Boost, copy paste. Okay, copy paste GQL from Apollo Boost. So now we are going to make queries, front-end queries. So we have const all movies. Now this will be a query. So we have GQL and then double backticks. Okay, so now this will make a query, front-end query, which React will use, and this will be connected to the backend. So we have inside schema movies, this query will be connected to the front-end query. Okay, so now we have all movies, GQL, and then the movies. Now this is the query and we have the class, not class name, we have the name, the genre, and the year. So what it will do, the all movies is a type of query. So this is a type of query in which we have the movies and we can request for name, genre, and the year. Okay, so now we have import GraphQL. I don't want compose. Okay, I have GraphQL. So now we are going to use the GraphQL. We're going to wrap this movies component inside the GraphQL so that this component can use the GraphQL. So now we are going to wrap this movie component inside the GraphQL. So this is inside the GraphQL and we are going to provide the query to this component. So we have the query. What was the query name? The query name was all movies. So we are going to make this guy over here. Okay, paste this guy over here. So what we have done, we have used GraphQL to bind this query, all movies query, this query right over here, this thing. So we have connected all movies query with our component over here. So we have connected the GraphQL query from the backend to the movies component from the front end. So this is a type of communication between the backend and the front end. Okay, so now let us check if it works. Inside this we have can't resolve React Apollo in, okay, because we have not installed React Apollo, npm I React Apollo. Okay, not an issue. So now it is being installed, npm I. So we have npm start. So now you won't be able to see that error, and that's a good thing. So npm start, come on. Okay, so now inside the console we have, okay, what is this? Failed to fetch. Okay, failed to fetch. What is this? Cross origin. Now this error is being shown because we are trying to connect localhost 3000 with the localhost 4000 and exchange data between them, and those are two different URLs, so they can't communicate to each other. So to solve this issue, we have to first of all import something, or first of all install something known as CORS for cross origin. So inside our backend I have to install npm I CORS for the cross origin. So inside the backend I have app.js and I have to import CORS. Const CORS equals to require CORS, so that I can communicate between different URLs as well. So we have app.use just below this, app.use CORS. Okay, so now we are done with the CORS. We have added this functionality over here. Localhost 4000 might be able to connect with localhost 3000 and they are ready to speak to each other. Okay, so now let us switch back to front end application. Okay, cd // front end. Okay, so now npm run, npm start, sorry. Okay, so now it's loading again. Okay, so now we have seen failed to fetch again. Okay, so now this is because I have not started the backend server. Npm run dev. Okay, 4000, come on MongoDB. Okay, so now both of our terminals have been set up. Now if I refresh, now you will see the data and ignore this cookie. Okay, so now we have this data loading is true and all the errors are gone, and now we have data and then loading is false. So initially when the component was not rendered, the loading was false, and when the component rendered, the loading was true. So inside movies I have the movies, the array, the 4 movies is John Wick, John Wick 2, all over here. So if I edit this to John Wick 111, so we don't have a John Wick 1 anymore, we have John Wick 111, and if I refresh, now you will see inside the data, inside the movies you will see John Wick 111. Okay, John Wick 111. So all the data from the GraphQL or the backend is coming or rendering inside the console to the front end. So we just have to shift this data from the console to the UI and we are done. So I think we are done with connecting our application or connecting our backend to the front end and then extracting it to the front end. In the next video we'll see how to render all these data which is coming from the backend into our UI components or the movie components from the React.js. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.